Last time on Polymorph Self, the epic saga of Seyda and her crew of salty sailors. Salty seamen? No, sailors. Billicus is the best. Not only does he have an ultra-cool wolf friend, but he also managed to get Hjani to shut up for once. I'm not sure how exactly. He said something about druid magic? Anyway, with Hjani out of our hair, we were able to question the anti-theophanite priest we captured. Interestingly, he claims he was actually running from the other anti-theophanites. According to Billy Smith, and I definitely don't believe that's his real name, they plan on using the monolith portal things to bring the city of their masters to our world. I'm not sure what he means by that, but it sounds bad. Really bad. But before we can deal with that, we probably need some more mind gem helmets. So we set sail for Artelis. And were promptly attacked by a giant octopus wrapping itself around our cavil. Luckily, we were all safe aboard the other ship when it made its move. Thanks, Karak Obama. But now that Billicus's attempts to reason with it have failed, we need to turn this octopus into octopus sushi. While Bjorn attempts a daring rescue.
All right, is it my turn?
It is Hjani's turn in the order.
All right, I'd like to rapid shot some of the tentacles around apples.
Yeah, no problem. These ones are stuck and stationary, so the AC can come down to 15.
Great. So it is plus 10 normally. With rapid shot, it's plus 8 per shot. So 15 plus 8, 23 is one. And then 6 plus 8 is 14. So.
Okay, so you get one sort of sticks into the hull of the opposite ship, and the other one sticks a tentacle.
All right, so it's 1d8 plus 1. 5 plus 1 is 6.
Okay, you stick into the tentacle, and it doesn't sort of, destroy or disable the tentacle, but this tentacle loosens from the ship and sort of starts snaking up in the air like the others. Bringing us to the octopus. So we'll start with it's got, including this one you just loosed, that can't join the fight, so it's only got 3. So the first one, Bjorn's across the ships and down the hold.
Hi.
So Hjani, what's your AC?
A 19.
Tentacle plus 8. I roll a 9 plus 9 is 18.
Haha.
Your AC is 19, right?
Yes.
So it fails to hit you. You fend it off again. Seyda.
18.
Okay. I'm sorry, I rolled a 19 plus 8. It wraps around you.
No.
Around your body, and now the tentacle is snaking up in the air, and you are like sort of being held by it, sort of you're being waved around high up to the top of the sails now.
This is because of that lemon crack, isn't it?
I can't control the dice. Although I am smiling as I say this. But you'll get your next action to try, and if you successfully, do enough damage to disable it. By the way, let's add this in now. We're halfway through. Individual tentacles only need 10 hit points of damage to disable, actually. So, it's not as, quite as bad as you might think. So, Seyda, you'll have a chance to free. If you don't, of course, it will then crush you for 2d8 points of damage. So now, Billicus, it's getting annoyed with your continued questioning, actually. So I'm going to give it a willpower save against your spell. What's the save for your... Is it a first or a second level spell?
It's a first.
So on your second half of your character sheet, what's the spell save for your... Okay, so it's 10 plus the spell level plus your relevant spellcaster's bonus. For druids, is that wisdom, right? So
no, I'm sorry. It's a spell save DC. Sorry.
Yeah.
For first, it's 14.
14, yeah. Yes, because you got +3 bonus. Okay, so its willpower save is +3, and it needs to be 13. It rolls a 19. It's decided it no longer thinks you're a cool guy. It thinks you're probing its mind. What's your AC?
My AC is 14.
8 plus 8 is 16. A tentacle scoops you up, and you're also being suspended up in the air and waved around, possibly crushed next round. And now it has three tentacles crushing the boat. So now we go down to 68.
Oh, great. All right, let's try this out. Good luck, apples. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So that brings us up to 80. You got 10 hit points left in this boat.
Ooh. 8 plus 8 plus 6.
I'm in the boat.
Okay, so we've gone over. So you're in the hold. So basically, you hear the boat crack and splinter. One of the masts comes down into the sea, and it's gonna, over X amount of time, it just starts to fill with water in the hold. And which brings us to Bjorn. You go down to the hold and you see the locked cages, including Billy Smith and the slavers. And as you get down in that hold, which is sort of very tall and it's like a deep hold, but one space, you see immediately the wood around you start to splinter and crack, and water is just flying into this place now. And all of the slaves and Billy Smith just start panicking and shouting because they're inside an iron cage and can't climb out. I mean, it's probably going to be 3 or 4 rounds of action before it fills up and the ship goes down, but it's going down now. It's breaking up. In fact, if the octopus gets another round of damage on it, it will actually just break into pieces. And you're down there in the hold right now. And at this point, you realize that you can probably have a look and find it, but you're not holding, or you don't remember where you put the keys right now.
One iron cage?
Yes, just like a big, long cage. Yeah. But you can pick locks,
I pull the toothpick from my mouth and start getting to work on that lock.
So here's the thing. It is a high-quality iron lock on a steel cage, which gives it a DC of usually in the rules 25. What's your lock picking?
Oh, that's... Where's my lock? Oh, open lock 14.
Wow. And you're going to get 3 attempts. If you fail somehow all 3 attempts, you have to get out there and they all drown. It'll be too late. So for this round, let's roll your first attempt. Now you've got plus 14. It's DC 25.
That's a 4. Plus 14 is 18.
Okay, so you're doing that. They're like, let us out. We're sorry, we were slavers. And you're like, I'm trying. And you just start doing the lock, but you haven't got it yet. You're still working on it. And that was Bjorn's action for this round. So Seyda's next. Now, in order to not be crushed next round, you have to strike a successful blow with damage on this tentacle that's holding you.
Before I strike, I shout to Hjani, save the druid, he's squishier than me. And then I
AC 18.
Attack the tentacle. Oh no, my greatsword is plus 10, but I rolled a 3.
Okay, you start hacking at it, but you can't get a big enough swing. You're constricted, and you can't cut through its rubbery hide right now. And so next is Billicus. You have a chance to strike it.
Sure, I'll swing at it with my scimitar.
Scimitar plus what?
A scimitar. This is you mean the attack bonus?
Yes.
Plus 4.
Okay, AC 18.
And while I'm doing that, I'm going to yell for Manto to help me out as well.
Okay, Manto's sort of like whimpering and cowering right now, but he does follow your command, so you yell, Manto! And Manto strides out onto the desk and with its wolf intelligence looks around and tries to figure out exactly how it may be able to help you. But let's roll your attack first.
It's 17 plus 4, so 21.
Yeah, you stab and cut into the tentacle holding you. What's the damage?
1d6. Here it is. It's a 2. 2 plus 1, so 3.
3 points of damage on that tentacle. So you don't disable the tentacle, but you successfully hit it, and it sort of writhes. It lets you go, and you sort of drop. And let's see if you're going to drop down onto the deck or you're going to fall in the sea. So it's a reflex save, DC 15, to time your drop as you escape its clutches. What is your reflex save, though?
My reflex save is... Where can I find that? 3, and I rolled an 18, so 21.
Okay, you deftly time your drop and land on your 2 feet back on the deck.
Ta-da!
Okay, which brings us to Hjani.
Great. Since I don't have to save the druid anymore, I'm going to continue to rapid shot the tentacles now surrounding the broken caravel apples.
Okay.
All right, so plus 8 again for each shot. 3 plus 8 is 11. Nope. Second shot, 5 plus 8. Ugh, 13.
Okay, both of them just thud into the hull. Because they,
You're not helping with the boat falling apart situation.
That brings us back to the octopus. So the very first thing it does is crush Seyda for 2d8 points of damage. Somebody hand me a d8. A 4 and a 1.
Okay,
You're constricted
5.
for only 5 points of damage. You're strong. You can resist. The next thing it will do then is it has 3 other free tentacles, including the one that you loosed off. One's no longer holding Billy. That's out because Billicus stabbed it on his way down. So it'll have 2 attacks. So the first one at Hjani, it's going to try and pick you up. What's your AC?
19.
Tentacle plus 8. A natural 20. It just scoops you up and will also get its crush on the same turn. So give me that d8 back again. 10. So it scoops you up and constricts you for 10 points of damage. And it has another tentacle sort of sort of writhing around, doesn't know what to do. It sees Manto barking at it, and it decides it's going to go down and strike at Manto.
Oh, man. Tentacles don't see, Andy.
It's a magic giant octopus. Can do whatever I want. Okay, actually, that doesn't happen. What happens is in the hold as you try to open the lock, there's a crashing noise as a tentacle smashes through the already cracked hull and tries to grab you and drag you out under the water. What's your AC?
It is 18.
Tentacle plus 8. 19 plus 8.
Shit.
27. You're in the middle of doing the second attempt when suddenly you literally like disappear and get whipped out of a hole.
Sorry, Billy.
And you're now underwater, flailing around as a tentacle holds you under there. This brings us to Seyda.
I keep chopping at it with my greatsword. My greatsword plus 10.
There's something I'm not... It's not as... Oh, never mind. Keep going. It's not as desperate as it seems.
11 plus 10 is 21.
You strike one of the other tentacles.
For 2d6.
Oh, no, the one that's holding you, right? Sorry. 2d6 points of damage.
Not going to go for any of the other ones. 2d6 plus 10... 2d6 plus 4.
Okay, and you've already struck this one, right?
4 and 5 is 9, plus 4 is 13.
Okay, so you sever and destroy the tentacle holding you, and reflex save to see where you drop. A DC 15 reflex save.
Reflex plus 6.
Okay.
So 5 plus 6 is 11.
You drop into the ocean, which actually you go plunging in, and you've got amazing swim.
Do a nice dive.
Yeah, so you sort of dive in and you look around under the water and you see Bjorn next to you going, woo, like being dragged around. You're right next to Bjorn.
I grab Bjorn.
Okay, he's got a tentacle around him. So we'll get to that in a moment. But you are now next to Bjorn.
Hope you like water skiing.
So that brings us now... That means you destroyed 2 tentacles, right? So that brings us in the order to Billicus.
So I'm going to swing at the one that was holding me before they trapped me.
Okay. AC 18, and it's Scimitar plus...
Scimitar plus 4. So 14 plus 4. 18.
It's a hit. Roll the damage. This has already been severely damaged by Hjani's arrow.
Oh, great.
Again, a 2. So 2 plus 1, 3.
It's enough. You score a mighty blow with your scimitar, and it snakes back down into the water. So you've actually destroyed 3 tentacles. 2 are still sort of snaking around in the air. Oh no, 1 is only in the air because 1's got Bjorn, and the other 3 are stuck to the boat.
I'm helping.
So I'll tell you at this point now, let you in as well. These giant octopus, if they lose 4 out of 8 of their tentacles, they will do an ink cloud and retreat. So you're closer than you think. Let's see if Bjorn can... Now, Bjorn's got 2 chances to get out before he gets both crushing and drowning damage. One is he has escape artist. He's an expert at getting out of all kinds of constriction and situations. Second one is, failing that, Seyda is right next to you, and if Seyda succeeds a swim check, she can stay under the water and have a stab at it too. So we've got 2 chances here. You're underwater, you're constricted by a giant tentacle, it's DC 25. What's your escape artist?
My escape artist is 12.
Make a check, DC 25.
That's 14 plus 12.
Hey, good job.
You easily snake your way out.
Right. And as I do so, I look at Hjani and say...
You mean Seyda?
Can we go back? And after I do so, I look at Seyda and say...
Okay.
I give you the universal scowl for close your mouth, you idiot.
Okay, Seyda, make a DC 20 swim check.
Okay, I have plus 8 to swim. 11 plus 8 is 19.
It's okay, I'm giving it to you, it's close enough. You skillfully, he gets out, Bjorn gets out, but he's kind of all disorientated, crushed, and has no breath left, but you grab him, and you swim both of you, and you erupt from the waves, taking gasping breaths, you're okay. So now the octopus gets its one last round of actions before you go again. So it's got 1 free tentacle, so it can either go for Billicus or Hjani. I'll go odds Billicus, evens Hjani.
Am I not held up by a tentacle right now?
Did you get successfully grabbed and crushed at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh, you are. So you're in that tentacle.
Yeah, I'm in
you?
that tentacle.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, I could be out of it just
because I got confused
continuum
because
thing.
it crushed in the same attack.
Yeah.
So in that case, it can try and crush you again.
I don't get a
no,
slam
because
in it?
now
Okay.
it's that's what
All
happened. So I tell you what, I am going to give you a saving throw. to do with strength. Go fortitude to resist the crush. So
Okay.
what is your...
+4.
Yeah, so a DC 15 fortitude save, not to
All
be
right.
crushed.
19 +4.
Okay, it tries to crush you, but you sort of prepare yourself, get your elbows close, jam your sword in, and it can't do it.
Nice.
Which means all that remains then is the damage on the ship, right? So it gets another attack. It's already done. So now it actually breaks the caravel into 2 pieces, and it just starts sinking rapidly. And you just
Now's
hear...
their chance to escape.
Yeah, you just hear the gurgles and cries as everyone in the cage goes under.
I tried. I don't feel too bad about it.
Well, you could still there's still a slight chance you could swim down and open it on the way down, if you want to do it just to be, just to push your limits, or you could just let it go.
Once a slaver, always a slaver. Fuck 'em.
Okay, they all drown. And Caravel Apples is no more. It's broken up, and your crew members are all sort of bobbing around in the water,
Like
trying to
apples?
Yes, trying to tread water and keep their head up. So now it's your guys. So the octopus it's got 1 tentacle and a Hjani in it. Hjani and Bjorn are in the water, swimming
Seyda.
to the side of the Seyda. Yeah, you guys are going to climb up the. You're going to climb up the crack, or are you going to dive down and stab the octopus?
I'm definitely going to dive down and stab it.
Seyda?
I'm going to climb up the boat and see if I can give a stab from the side.
Oh, on the
climb and stab.
tentacle then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. So you're first in the order, Seyda. So you grab the rigging and ropes around the side of the hull. You lean out and try to stab into the tentacle.
Do I still have my +10?
Yes, you do.
Okay, +10 to greatsword. And a 2, that's 12.
Okay, yeah, you can't reach. Billicus.
I will swing at the one that's holding Hjani.
AC 18.
Nothing. I have a 7.
Okay,
+4.
it also snakes out of your reach. Bjorn.
I do a take the camera. I say, I'm getting too old for this squid. I put the dagger in my teeth, and I start swimming down.
Okay, swimming down through the body of the giant octopus with its single giant eye and its beaked mouth is revealed to you. Its eye is right in front of you.
Oh, cool. I'm definitely going to stab that eye.
Okay, AC 10 only.
Well,
a
I
huge
got my-
eye right in front of you.
It's my little dagger, and I have an attack bonus of 3. That's a 2, plus a 3 is a 5.
Okay, as you swim down, you find yourself enveloped in a cloud of ink as it defensively squirts ink out, and you're now in the darkness, technically. Make a swim check to see if you can still realize which way is up and down.
Oh, do I have... Yeah, I do have
DC
a
15 swim check.
I don't have swim. It's just my strength, which is nothing. That's a 16.
Ooh.
Yeah, you don't panic, and you know which way is up or down. You
I know
can
what's
easily
up.
choose. Yeah, you do. You do. You, in fact, know what's up.
Don't give me that look.
For the record, you were looking at Seyda, not me.
Mm-hmm.
Hjani?
So does this mean I finally get to try to attack the tentacle
Yes.
holding me? Okay, it's my Longsword of Frost.
AC 15 for
It's
this.
a +9 attack bonus. So come on. 6 + 9, 15.
You hit. You stab down into the remaining tentacle.
All right, it is a 1d8 + 3. So is that it? No, that's a 10.
Is it frost, so it does the cold damage
Yeah.
also? Okay.
Oh, yes, plus 1d6 cold damage. So, all right. So, all right. It is a 1 + 3, which is 4 + 5, 9.
9. Well, it had 7 hit points left, so
Yay.
you stab down and it lets go of you. First of all, make a DC 15 reflex save
Okay.
to see where you drop.
My reflex is a +6. It is a 3.
You drop into the ocean. Now, with 4 tentacles being completely destroyed and having spent its ink cloud right all over Bjorn's face, neck, and chest, it now sort of constricts and does a burst of speed and jets itself back out into the ocean and leaves you alone. And
Does it say anything to Billicus as it goes?
no, it doesn't.
Fuck you.
Does it use its tentacles to try and do like an octopus version of the bird?
Of the bird. No, it's happy with its
Oh, it's not happy.
inky release onto Bjorn. Yeah, Bjorn, you surface in the water covered in sort of like black ink. Okay, so it has gone and sinks below the waves, and the crew members are all sort of climbing up on deck. Hjani Kitu is uncharacteristically speechless. She's just staring wide-eyed and wide-mouthed at the whole spectacle.
I like this new Hjani Kitu.
You got to keep her drugged.
I think so. I think that's That's where we need to go with this.
Okay, you are back on the correct. Let me, having lost one ship though, let me tell you the experience of this. This is a challenge rating 8 monster worth 6,000 XP between you, and there are 4 of you, so that's, what's that each? 1,500, right?
Great.
Giant sea monster defeated. So I'm thinking it's 15,000 to level up for the level 5 characters, and 10 for Billicus, right? So I think that Hjani, Seyda, and Bjorn are leveling up, right?
Yep.
Yep, just pipped 15 for 6. Oh.
Right, so I have prepared a nice quick guide for doing this, and how we're going to play is that previously with the feats we left it for a break, or they got forgotten about and all that, so I've just basically picked, some of you have got extra feats, and I've picked ones that lead on from your previous choices, and so I've got them ready. We'll start with Seyda. So it's a good one, level 6, so you're now a level 6 barbarian. Ooh. And the first thing is your base attack bonus goes up to +6 / +1. You can now do 2 attacks per round.
Ooh.
But the second attack is base attack +1.
Okay, so base attack +6 / 1.
And you also get a +1 base attack second. Now your second attack gets your strength and weapon bonus too. Just the base attack is less. But you still get, for example, the magic sword bonus as your strength bonuses to it. So you can now get 2 attacks around, and your second one will be like 5 down from the first one, that's all.
Okay, so when I attack, like, say I use my greatsword, it would be +5 rather than +10? Or...
Yeah, for the second one.
Yeah.
You'd have 1 regular, and you'd get a second attack that round at a slight bonus, yeah. So not only did it go up, you also got, now at level 6, you have 2 attacks around. Your base saves all go up +1. Which means the base rate, the column which says base saves, should now be 522.
522.
Which again will put everything up. And once we've been through this, Seyda, you can then, adjust your attacks, totals and everything, right? The next one is hit points. You get 1d12 plus 2 hit points back, and again we can discard 1, so roll 1d12.
1d12. Is this 12?
I mean, hit points, your max hit points go up by this, not get them back, I mean.
Yeah, no. 1d12 plus...
2.
Plus 2. 3 plus 2 is 5.
So you get 5 more. Hey, well, I mean, your run of rolling 11s or 12s every time had to come to an end at some point.
But 58.
So 58 is your max hit points now. You get 5 skill points to add. Ooh. And I had to do a clarification here, because before this session, I actually went through everyone's character sheets and double-checked this. Some of your skills belong to your class, which means they have a tick in the box, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for them, when you add ranks, it's 1 rank puts it up 1 point, right? Now, if it's not ticked, it's not your class skill, you have to expend 2 skill points to get 1 rank.
Mm.
Keep that in mind. I think we forgot about that. That's why it's sort of that's why there's a difference between class or not class. So it's not part of your class skills. You can still use them, but you have to spend 2 points per rank.
And I add this into the rank.
Yeah, and everyone at the top of the skills column, not everyone, not Billicus, everyone who leveled up, level 6 characters have now your maximum ranks per skill you can spend is now 9. And the cross class is 4.5. That's another thing. If it's not your class skill, you can only add a maximum of 4.5 ranks to it. But it goes up to that, yeah. So, Seyda, you now get an extra feat for being level 6 character. And what you are getting is something called Combat Expertise.
Okay.
So, there is a rule in combat usually, which means if you say you're going to fight defensively, you get -4 to hit, but a bonus of +2 on your AC. Everyone can do that. We don't go that detailed usually. Combat Expertise is like a super advanced level of that, where you can choose on any round to trade up to 5 attack bonus points for AC directly. So if you state at the beginning of a combat round, I trade 5 points, then you have -5 on your hit bonus for that round. But on the next round, when the monster hits you, you get +5 on your AC. Finally, for your class features for a barbarian, you now have Trap Sense +2. So you have +2 onto reflex saves against surprise traps. Okay, Bjorn.
Hi.
Your base attack bonus goes up to +4.
Yes!
So you get +1 on all your attacks. Your base saves all go up. So now it's 2, 5, and 2 in that column. 2 fortitude, 5 reflex, 2 will. You also get another hit dice, which is 1d6 for rogues, right? You have no constitution bonus, right?
Sorry. Yeah, no, I don't.
So
have
roll
a Constitution
1d6,
bonus.
discounting ones. That's how many extra hit points you get onto your total.
1d6 is I got 6.
So you get your total hit points goes up 6 to what?
Cool. 34.
Okay. As a rogue, you now get another 12 points to add to ranks of your skills.
Oh wow.
Again, the maximum on each one for your class skills is 9. That's not a maximum of 9 because that's a maximum 9 ranks, but then your bonuses and your strength bonus add to that. And you also get a feat. You get a feat called Lightning Reflex, which means you add 2 to your reflex saves. So where it says reflex save, there should be a column along from it for miscellaneous or other bonuses.
Yes.
And you put a 2 in there and the total goes up by 2. The lightning reflexes. And like the barbarian, actually, coincidentally, your class feature is Trap Sense becomes +2. And finally, Hjani. Hjani, as a fighter, your base attack bonus also goes up to +6 and a second attack per round at +1.
Yes.
And then, let me know.
Got it.
Your base saves also all go up by 1 to 5, 2, 2.
Okay, awesome.
The most awesomest thing's coming up, though, because you have used all your feats on archery-based ones, and you have high dexterity, so you've got all the requisites to get a really awesome archery one coming up. So your hit points, you get another 1d10, discarding ones.
All right, 1d10. This is the 1d10, right?
Yep.
6.
Another 6 hit points to your total.
Great. That makes me 35.
You get another 2 skill points to add to your skills.
Whole 2 skill points.
Yeah, wow, yeah. Don't spend it all in one shop, as we say. Or on one. Don't use it all on one skill. And now, as a fighter, fighters' class bonuses are feats. So, as well as being a 6th level character and getting a feat, you're also a fighter. So you get 2 feats. The first one you get is called Many Shot, which means if you take a -4 penalty to hit, you can shoot 2 arrows at the same time.
Ooh.
And you sort of roll each one separately at the same or 2 different targets. You can knock 2 arrows and shoot 2 people.
Is that combinable with rapid shot for 4 arrows or no?
No, these are
Okay.
either or.
Right.
So you now have the choice to hit 2 targets or 1 target twice in the
Okay.
same shot. Many shot. Now your other one, you have weapon focus longsword. Now that upgrades to weapon specialization longsword, which means you now get an extra +2 damage on your longsword attacks.
Nice.
Did we pick up any of the tentacles?
Here's the thing. Around you now, floating around, is the flotsam and jetsam and driftwood that stayed on the surface from the caravel, plus 2 of these severed... 2 of the tentacles that were not just sort of hit limp, but got completely severed, are floating among the debris. The captain is awaiting the next order, or when he should continue sailing along coast to Ertulis. So now we're going to call time in, and you can state an action in the simple tense, or you can converse about what just happened, which is probably what we should do, right? Because before the leveling up, it was you just all climbed back on board. The fight is over. It's gone, and we're in.
Man, I think I bruised a rib. Ouch.
Well, Seyda, is there anything you would like to do right now?
I call for lemons. Lemons being the name I've given to the boy who ran off looking for lemons.
You hear Lemons shouting, wait, I'm coming, I'm almost there, I found some. And you see him come running up the stairs out of the hold, and he's holding a crate and in his arms, which is full of lemons, and they're spilling over, and he's like, yeah, we've got lemons and limes. What a surprise. Sailors always have them. I forgot. Here you are. I've got a whole box of lemons. And then the captain starts scolding him and saying, well, we need them not to have all our teeth fall out, boy. Don't use up all the lemons. He's like, there's plenty more crates below.
I love when you do the conversations of 2 non-player characters to yourself.
Do you want me to keep going?
Yes,
Yeah.
I would like a full episode of just this.
Seriously, boy, we need those lemons not to, lose our health. Our teeth will fall out. Sailors didn't used to make it very far before lemons. But I really like Seyda. She's my hero. She wanted lemons. I've got lemons.
Now I just
Captain.
don't know who's who.
Yes.
Don't talk to lemons that way. Lemons?
Yes.
How do you hold all those limes?
They're not limes. They're lemons.
You said you had limes as well.
No, the limes are in the hold. Do you want a box of limes?
I do want a box of limes, but I also want you to help me get one of these tentacles up onto the boat.
Okay, the captain says, okay, listen, Lemons, since that's your new name. 1 box of lemons, 1 box of limes, but leave the rest. That's important for sailing health.
We know the old sea rhyme, 1 box of lemons, 1 box of limes. You're not getting scurvy. No, sir, not this times. We know this. Like, it's a well-known rhyme.
Okay, I'm the captain. Bjorn, you're an honorary seaman. Okay, so now you have a box of lemons, and Lemons has gone below decks to get another one.
Yeah, we need to send out a rescue party for
Hjani
the
Kitu
tentacles.
is just sort of like staring up at the sky, open-mouthed and drooling. You really dosed her, Billicus.
I just gave her one. Yeah. So lightweight.
Yep.
Billicus, can you make sure that she's okay?
She's fine. She'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Maybe we should just, tie her to the mast or something so she doesn't accidentally wander off.
You must be joking.
I should be fine. Okay. Captain,
right.
after we...
Oh, sorry.
By all
I go
means.
off to help Lemons with taking the various tentacles up into this ship.
Lemons
that's
has
right.
gone below decks to find a box of limes.
All right, then I guess I'm going to help whoever else is going to help me get the tentacles up on
Nobody is currently pulling the tentacles up or has mentioned anything
Yeah, we need
about
to send
it.
out a rescue party for those tentacles.
If we want the tentacles, someone has to do one of our simple stated actions or
I
order somebody to do
begin.
it.
Okay, I order a bunch of these ship members to come with me to grab some tentacles.
Yes, Hjani. 5 crew members start lowering hooks and rowing boats and ropes over the edge where the 2 tentacles are. So you go to work on that. Seyda,
Does anyone know how to cook calamari?
you just do it old school. You start a big fire and put them on sticks over the fire usually.
Not on the boat,
I bet we could eat it raw.
We could probably eat it raw. We don't need lemons. Oh no, we do. Yeah, we'll still need lemons.
We can
Do we have any sauce?
We can make ceviche with the lemons and limes, right? I read about this.
Let's do that.
Does anyone want to check the anti-theophanite Bible for giant octopus recipes?
I wonder if it's blasphemous for them to eat octopus.
Because the masters have
Yeah.
some form of squid-like appearance.
Yeah.
You could read and find out. Several turns, like 20 minutes have passed, and the crew celebrate as they haul a giant severed tentacle it slaps down onto the deck.
I have dug up a copy of the Anti-Theophanite Bible, and I have been rifling through looking for squid recipes.
During that time, you find no mention of that, but there does seem to be some hints as to not taking the master's image in vain, so it might cover it. But there's no specific reference to not eating squids or octopuses.
I slice off a little chunk of it and put it in my mouth.
Raw.
Yeah, raw.
Okay, awesome. What is your fortitude saving throw?
Plus
You
5.
need to do a salmonella check.
Plus 5. Okay,
It's very fresh,
DC 15 salmonella check.
but it's so fresh.
Let's see if you can take it.
4.
Okay, you eat some of the tentacle raw, and sea salt, slime, and mush is all around your mouth as you didn't prepare it in any way. Well, you could have used the lemons, but they were right there. And it tastes pretty awesome, but you can immediately, feel a bit unsettled. Something may or may not happen later.
I recommend washing it first.
It's just in the water.
Billicus,
That's what I thought.
you notice that Hjani Kitu is now like sort of holding her head and going, "Oh man!" And she's now like sort of crawling over towards the lemons. Those lemons look good. She appears to be coming down.
How you feeling?
Ah, that was good shit. Thanks, Billicus.
It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Okay.
Keep her away from those lemons. Let's set sail. Let's continue on our way.
I'm the captain. Do we continue to Ertulis?
Yeah.
Should we, is anyone going to make a speech for those that died on the, We've noticed that 2 of our own people are missing. They must have drowned with the ship, so I know some of them were only the slavers and the anti-Theophanite scum, the Grand Inquisitor Swinicus.
Okay.
But 2 of our men apparently went down with the ship too. Mr. Bjorn, would you care to say a few words?
Yes, I do.
To the sea before we sail
I
out.
prop one leg up on the side of the ship up to where they all died.
All 60 people, including your teammates, your elite teammates, put a hand onto their heart and listen quietly as you say.
To those that we lost, we'll mourn you on the waves. And to all else, sorry, not sorry. Let's go, guys.
Wow, is there dust here?
Who's touching?
Yeah, the captain says, some salt water must have flicked into my eye temporarily. Seyda, what's your reaction to that speech?
That was beautiful. You know what we should follow it with? A delicious calamari feast in honor of our fallen comrades.
I'm the captain. I will have the crew clean it up and prepare it.
Perfect.
With lemons and ginger.
Ooh, ginger.
We've got ginger too.
It's
all
Lemon's
kinds of
girlfriend.
I'm Lemons. I don't have a girlfriend, but here's a box of limes. And then the captain says, go back down and fetch the ginger boy. Yes, I will.
The ginger boy.
What's his name?
Well, let's just wait and see who he comes back up with. If it's a box of ginger or a person who has ginger hair.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ron Howard.
Ron Howardicus.
Yes.
Ronus
Howard.
Howardicus.
Ronicus.
Ronicus is maybe.
Captain,
Yes,
let's continue sailing.
you set sail. You set sail, and the rest of the day goes by until nighttime.
That checks out.
Without reaching the Airtalis. So you sleep a night on the you sleep a night on the boat. Now you leveled up, which means your gods imbued you with new abilities as well as just your skills reaching a certain level, and you can all go back to maximum hit points.
Oh, good.
Apart from Billicus. So Billicus, what are your current hit points?
24. I don't think I got hit at all in that fight.
Oh, that's right. It thought you were okay and didn't push you.
Yeah, I'm totally fine.
But you did deal a lot of damage as well. That was good. So yeah, in retrospect, that was a pretty good fight for Billicus. Talking to it, actions, persuading it not to hit you, and then dealing blows to it.
Sisters are doing it for themselves.
And you sleep for the night, so I'm going to roll my does anything strange happen dice. I'll let Bjorn roll a d6, and a 6 means something random may happen.
That's a 2.
You sleep the night. You wake up to the sounds of the seabirds, the smell of the fresh air. You go above decks, and the captain, who's got the boat sailing again at first light long before you woke up, says, we are almost there. You look across and you see that the coastline is now rocky desert. Sometimes there are rocky hills, sometimes it's flat and sandy. And the sun is really beating down now. As you get closer to the landmass, the sea breezes seem to become hotter. And when the wind sort of changes direction and comes off the coast, it's like, burning hot and full of dust. And he points out a wide river entrance up ahead. Now, mateys, straight up ahead there, if we follow inland of that river, a couple of miles, we will reach an inland lake where I believe Airtalis is. You look and you can just make out a couple of miles inland. You can't see any town, but you can see like bright red desert rocky bluffs sort of rising up beyond the sand. So I believe the town is somewhere in a lake next to those bluffs.